from this bedroom section here, they actually come out of that door. So they come running through that door and then across here. So Max is stood roundabout. Hey up YouTube.
Crikey!
Hey up and good morning YouTube. Well, I stayed here last night. It's like one of the many roadside like camping spots. Some are better than others. This one's a pretty good one because there's tracks that goes off. So there's tracks that just goes off and camps behind trees and stuff like this. And so I had a bit of a windbreak, and I had a really good night's sleep last night, even though I'm going to probably still yawn anyway, because I always do. But yeah, it all depends which way its wind's coming from to block you off. But yeah, it's pretty cool actually. It's pretty nice. There's loads of space, and it's free. And free's always good. The only downside is behind every bush there's a lump of toilet paper. Because people are arseholes and they can't dig a hole, burn the toilet paper. That's all you have to do, burn the toilet paper and then fill the hole back in. It's easy enough to do because nobody knows that you've been, really. That's the best way. Well, I'm at around there, the Nurable Roadhouse. So this was the original Roadhouse, which is basically a garage and a fuel pump. But that's pretty much that's it now. There's a bit of a hotel stuff. But yeah, you know Clarky boy, he's very mucky. He's a mucky lad. The old Nullable. That's cool. Well, it's time. Sad time. That I have to wash it. That's nice. This Aboriginal gent now has just given me 2 tokens. He says that'll start you off. I fucking need it as well. Thanks. Well, that's pretty cool. I decided to stop halfway across Australia, and it's got a whacking great big parrot. So I stopped to take some photos, and these guys here have been chatting for the last yeah, so we've been chatting for the last half an hour. It's really cool. They like the Land Rover and stuff like that, so which is really cool. And I might actually go inside for a nice lolly, I think. Not a bad idea. Last night I stopped here. It's kind of middle of nowhere. Yeah, there's a dried up riverbed over there and a dried up riverbed. I think it's all the same bed actually. And there's that's in the middle of it as well, which is pretty cool. It was really warm yesterday. I got a bit of an headache. I was gassing too much in the fucking sunshine. Anyhow, yeah, so I came here yesterday. It was warm. It was really nice and warm, and it was a bit windy, which a bit windy is okay because I nosed into the wind and it kept the flies away and it cooled me down nice. I had a lovely shower, really nice shower, because the wind just, yeah, it was just so nice cool. So I had a good nice pizza as well because I'm a fat bloke. I'm going to go coober pedy for a couple of days. I might actually stop there for 3 days, but I'm going to stop in a campsite because I desperately need to do a load of washing. So I'll do my washing and have a look around coober pedy, which is pretty cool place. So I think I might do an open mine tour. They do tours and stuff like that. So I might do roads are straight there. Yeah, so I might do a bit of that, which would be pretty cool. And this underground dwellings there, which would be really cool. So I'm looking forward for that, and I'll video. There's a few museums, but YouTube people don't seem to like my museums videos. They're not kind of interesting, but I don't give a shit. I'm going to do them anyway because I like them, and that's really proud. It's our video what I want to do. Anyhow, I'm waffling as per normal. I'm just driving up here, just waffling. Right, I'll see you in coober pedy, unless I see something interesting on the way, which probably not, because if I carry on up this road that I'm going to, I end up at Alice Springs, and then I carry on further, and you end up at Darwin.
Yo, and good morning YouTube, and welcome to coober pedy, the opal capital of the world. Well, supposedly. Hey, that's cool. I was just reading about the let me zoom in a little bit. I was just reading about the blowers of a coober pedy. Interesting. The blower actually blew up on this one. And the back wheels are only just on there, but I suppose the chassis is connected at both sides.
Still looks like a good truck, to be fair. There we go. That blower section there, yeah. So it spins and there's a pipe going from there down the mine to a digger underneath that's waking it all out and then blows it all up and dumps it. Cool. My first visit today is a bust. It's closed. It's Saturday today. And it's a opal mine, but it's also like an 8-room underground house as well, which is called Phase House, which is would have been pretty interesting. Which is a bit of a pain in the butt. There is old mining equipment here. There's a bit inside that you can go down and obviously all bits of a mine all over the place. Another entrance to the mine, that's what you've got to be careful of. It's stuff like that. It's falling down and hurting yourself. Old mining equipment about. But yeah, it is what it is, but that's a shame. So there's a bit above ground and the rest is underground. Not today. Not today. That is the only downside, because a lot of things, if you can hear me, a lot of things are actually closed, which is a big downside. But you know, what else do you do, I suppose? They've got to close at some point, and it's just a pain in the ass that they close when I'm here. But I'm just going to have a look what this sign says. So hopefully you can see that. So it's the old police lockup, which is alright. So it's the Umunga Aboriginal community. Apparently there is a place where you can actually go and have a look and mine for opals yourself with a black light. But yeah, I haven't got a black light. There's a guy at campsite, I might be able to borrow one off and go and have a look. I could go with him. But this, it's just a tin shack. But that was the police lockup. Unless it went underground a little bit, which is, yeah, well, that looks like it does. So the lockup is probably underground. This is Clarky Boy. So this is Coober Pedy, and the whole town is just been dug up. But I'll come to see is this. So this is a church that is underground. So let's go and have a look. That's pretty cool. Now this is really cool. So it's an underground, obviously it's an underground church or cathedral or whatever. Look at this. Isn't this special? I'm not a church goer. I was in the past, but things change. And it's quite funny because there's a lot of got these big safes everywhere. But look, that's been carved out. I've got to switch the lights off when I leave, but look. The roof. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Really, really cool. But the lights have gone off. Hang on, let me go put the lights back on again. But look at this. Look at that. That is so. And then, yeah, it's just stunning. Really, really stunning. And you got a couple of things like this. Really, really stunning. And what's behind there? And carvings as well. Isn't that cool? That's a rarity. I've even bought a candle. Family and friends. And even an upstairs bit, so let's go and have a look. Oh, so this is the font thing. That's cool. But you can see how they've done it. So I wonder if the first one was that one. That's so cool. Lights have gone off here. I don't know how good a justice this is doing it. Yeah, it's a very special place. You don't often see an underground church. Last time I saw an underground church was in Poland, and that was the what was it? That was the salt mines. Pretty cool. Anyhow, let's go on to the next place in a bit. All over you see holes in the rock like that, going into mines. Well, I have come across something which is quite interesting. It's very well battered because it's quite old, but it is a spaceship, or the remains of a spaceship. Now, I'm not sure what film it was in. I'm going to have to Google it, but obviously it's a prop. It's a prop to a film, and I don't know which one it is, but as you can see over the years, it's quite battered. But things are just stuck on, and so it looks the part, but that's how they do these things. And when you look inside, all it is a frame. But it definitely does look like a thrown together prop, which it is a spaceship, but it's a prop. Over there actually. And then I thought that might have been on hydraulics or something. But yeah, Whether it is what film it is, I've no idea, but it's something. You know, I was reading about it not so long ago, but I've forgotten since then. But yeah. So I don't know. I'll try and find out. I found it out. So it's obviously it's only a prop, so it's just made out of whatever they could get hold of at the time. Oh, it's got the cab thing up there. Yeah. Quite cool though. There's old Clark. But you see, this is an underground hotel, a cafeteria and a hotel. Oh, underground. So now we are heading to a pretty cool place, and it's called Crocodile's Harry's Underground somewhat or other. And if you're into films like me, you should recognise it with a bit of luck. So I'm going to two sites today with that film, a very important film for me, was filmed. So that's where I'm going today, and then I'll Google it, see what it says. So the film was pitch black with Vin Diesel, which I have seen the film and I didn't know it was filmed here, but there you go. Right, let's go because somebody else will take some photos. Press record, adult. So yeah, greeted by a nice big dog. But yeah, this is Harry's place. You recognise the horse. You can actually see the horse in the film, which is really cool. But I've just had a word with a guy and he says, yeah, just go in, help yourself. So there's mates of mine everywhere, but yeah, that's pretty cool. But apparently Harry was a bit of an eccentric, which we don't mind. Which we don't mind at all. So we've got an orange to box, so I'll give some that. So this is just a fucking fabulous place. I love it already. And I suppose we might as well take some photos. So we put a sticker on. But this is where Harry used to live. And there's a lot of graffiti. But that's supposed to be, I suppose. It is what it is. It is what it is. Right. So you actually see them. Yeah, I've just watched it now. So Max and the team are running across there, and he stops, and looks over at the one on the bed, the flying jalopy, whatever his name is. So he's on the bed because his son's saying, "Come on, Dad, we gotta go," blah, 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 blah. That's even cooler. So it is the right place, obviously. So they've got him running through wherever. So he's running through, here is Max, and then sees him. "You've got a plane!" And then he goes. So let's just go to photos. So he's just running across there. He's looking at him there. So you can see the horse there. Isn't that cool? Ain't that really, really cool? I'm so glad I found this place. I am so glad. I really am glad I found this place. That is so cool. Obviously that's a rear windscreen of a car. I just put section underwear up. But yeah, so he's running across here. Well, obviously it's taken at different angles. It's different angles, but yeah. So he's running across here as Max, and he sees him there. And then they actually run out of that door there, because that's where the plane is. So he supposedly runs from this side, but yeah, I think the guy who lived here was a little bit lonely, because there is a few ladies up and about. That's just super cool. 87. I don't know if some of these was on or not. Swiss 86. Yeah, and even my feet stink. I have my feet in my house. Be careful. But yeah, he definitely liked. That was a crocodile whale. This place is super cool. It's super cool. The boys. It's really super cool. You can see how they cut it. I just love this sort of stuff. I really do love this sort of stuff. There's so much history. And a crocodile. Obviously some bits you can't go. Yeah, I've just watched it again, and from this bedroom section here, they actually come out of that door. So they come running through that door, and then across here. So Max is stood round about where I am now. I don't know if these things are here at the time. So come running out of here to where my Land Rover is, and then get on the plane and scoot off there, which obviously you can't because there's an hill there, but that's editing. That is so cool. Really cool. Yeah, that is really cool. How can that not be cool? So, come. I'm glad I've just watched the that part then. But they've come running out of here and across here to where the plane is, and then the plane goes off up there, and then still climbing aboard. So cool. The dog's peed on my back wheel as well now, bugger. And my Land Rover is here. Right in front of the door that they ran out. But you can definitely see that in the film. The horse, because when the plane's going up there, you can see the horse in the background and whatever's on it. Now isn't that super cool? I think it is so cool that I'm actually here where they filmed Mad Max 3. Now this, I remember going to the movies to see this film so many times. I used to go in there and watch it 4 or 5 times, and I'm stood outside the doorway that they came in. I've just walked through the same place that they was in and filmed it. Who to think in 1985, I think it was. Was it 1985? Because then there was Mad Max 3 and Rambo that came out at the same time. And I've been to both places. I've been to the second Rambo 2. So I've been to where the original Rambo was filmed, and now I've been to where Mad Max 3 was filmed. That is fucking cool. I'm really glad that I found it. But yeah, this end car here, which is a plant pot. But this end car here was there in the film. I'm not sure if that one was, but that one definitely was, because you can see it from the wide angle camera from over there as they're coming out. You can see that. So I'm pretty sure I found the spot, or very close to the spot. But see if you recognise this. If you recognise that. Now supposedly at the bottom of that was supposed to be Bartertown. I don't know if these other bits, I think the ones in the front ways, I'm not sure if that was to the side, but that's supposed to be Bartertown. So he's roughly stood where I am now, a little bit further back, because he walks forward and the camera pans up like so he's walking down, but he's not, because there's a drop. So that's a bit of a camera trickery. But yeah, so that is pretty cool. And if you go further across that way to where the horizon is, that's where the start of the film actually started. It's out there. Right, we'll get some fuel and I'll see you in a bit.